Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Freeman the storyteller, the cultural integrator. This is my special message for African Americans, Caribbeans, and African living in the diaspora. It is with my deep enthusiasm to talk to you today as a son of Africa, as a son of Ghana. Africa loves you more than you think. Africa loves you more than you think. Don't forget about Africa. If you neglect Africa, that is not good. So, people from the Caribbean and African Americans, Africa need you. Africans in the diaspora, Africa need you. Let us all try to go back to Africa and build. Who have to build Africa? Who have to build Africa? Is that the white people? Is that foreigners? Is that people from different countries? Hell no. Africa or black people needs to build their own place. We need to build our own backyard that we can call it home. The ancestral spirit is speaking through me to tell all of you to come back home. Africa needs you more than you think. Try and bring all your kids to Africa. Visit Africa. Start to tell your children about Africa. In history, there's a lot of stuff that have happened through slavery. So black people have gone through a lot. Black people have gone through a lot. We've been tear apart socially. We've been tear apart spiritually. We've been tear apart emotionally. But the continent of Africa still loves you. The continent of Africa have not forgotten about you. Let us, as brothers and sisters, wake up and help to build Africa. I love to hear when I was a child or when I was young, I used to listen to the writings from Marcus Garvey, and I'm being encouraged to tell you guys all that Africa needs you. I've been also listening to Farrakhan, and Africa needs you all. I've been also listening to Martin Luther King. Africa needs you. I've been listening to Malcolm X. Africa needs you. I've been listening to Sekou Touré. Africa needs you. I've been listening to Thomas Sankara. Africa needs you. I've been listening to Nelson Mandela. Africa needs you. I've been listening to Professor Lumumba. Africa needs you. And I've been listening to Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Africa needs you. Let us all wake up. Whatever people say that, African stories are not being written or told by African people. There have been a lot of theories, people saying the African people selling their own brother. Of course, but you don't know how it came. When somebody comes home, you see how the power of money. Somebody comes home and then bring money and saying, I need that, I need that, I need that. People are being carried away. I've been hearing a lot of story. Yeah, Africans sold Africans to the white people and all what this. Whatever have happened, history is history. But currently, Africa needs you. Let us all stand together as black people and build Africa. Africa needs you. All these big people like Winfrey Opry and all these people, Michael Jordan and all these people, let this get to their table. Opry, Africa needs you. Michael Jordan, Africa needs you. And all the big people, Africa needs you. The Williams sisters, Africa needs you. Try and integrate. Try and get a connection with Africa. Don't forget about Africa.